So guys, this area that I have here, I am going to construct a greenhouse in order to house and protect my plants. So as you can see right now, it's just a blank canvas, but my husband and I are about to go about constructing this greenhouse. It's a Quictent greenhouse, and I'm going to take you guys along for the build. So this is how the Quictent greenhouse comes in a box like this. So this is a different parts for it. So this is the covering for the greenhouse, and this here is the frames right here. So in the packet, guys, in the box, it had this bag, and this bag has gloves, it has the screws, it has a user manual. So you get, wow, they give you 2 pairs of gloves, so your helper can have gloves. That's very nice. Okay, so it has gloves, it has this twine. This is to help hold down the plastic itself. So yeah, this here is to strap down the plastic for the greenhouse. And in that bag, it has the user manual. Let me just show them what they get. So you get the user manual, and let's see, it has the screws here. So you have the screws here. You have these type of plastic, maybe coverings for the screws. It looks like coverings for the screws. And in here, this you would use if you were doing it on soil. So these are like stakes. So if you were doing it on soil, then you would use this to help anchor, but we are not doing it on soil. We're doing it on tile. Okay, so we are actually going to be using clamps and fastening the clamps, drilling holes into the tile in order to hold it down. So there are more things in the bag. It came with an Allen key, 2 Allen keys. Hold on, let's get it. So it came with 2 Allen keys here and a wrench, right? It came with 2 wrenches. So we need 20 arch poles.
7 poles with female ends, 21 poles with male and female ends, 2 4 poles with 1 male end.
So you see how my husband just connected it there?
3 3s on this side, right?
Yeah, 3 3s on this side, from another 3 down here. Just slip it in. And then on that end is going to be a number 2. You just slide it in like that. There you go. Okay guys, so this is what we have so far in terms of putting up the frames. I just wanted to run through quickly to help you guys. So this bottom piece here, it has like a C sort of shape, so that goes facing up. Okay, so you put that down, and as you can see, the C is facing up, and then you put this piece in. You would have to put this brace in here. So you notice the brace is sandwiched between here, and then you have this outer pole here. Okay, So that's one thing. Now this particular model tent that we got only has 2 braces. It has this brace that you see here and another brace at the corner there. It doesn't have 4 braces. Some other models has 4 braces, but this one only has 2. So again, at this joint here, this part here goes on the inside. It comes with covers here. You need to put on the covers, otherwise the greenhouse plastic will rub against this and cut. So you remember I showed you guys the black coverings. These we will have to put in here after. Okay, so but this goes on the inside, not on the outside. Okay, we still have to put in the brace piece here. We have to put in a brace piece here. We have to put in a brace piece here that runs there. So I just showed you how the joints are together. They go from the inside. So this is on the inside. This is on the inside, as you can see. Okay. The other brace goes on this side here. Like I said, this one only has 2 braces. So we have this one here, and we have that brace on that end. Okay, so guys, I just wanted to bring something else to your attention. So these coverings that you have here, let's get out of the sun. These coverings that you have here, you notice they're slotted, and that is because this has to fit over the screw that is inside of here. Okay, so one note or one tip I'll give you guys, before you tighten it completely, put in the caps. Why am I saying that? Because if you don't put in the caps and then tighten it, because this is aluminum, you can actually over tighten it and then squeeze in the aluminum, which I did at one point over there, and therefore it's not circular anymore. Okay, because you would have over tightened it. So you see what I did here? I put in the cap and now tighten the knot more so that it maintains a circular shape. So that's just a tip. So we have finally finished putting up this structure. And what we did as well was put on the caps here. So you have to put on the cap here. So you have to put on the cap on this side and the cap here. So we did all of that, and this is the finish. This is the finished framing put up. So the next day, what we will do is what I'm going to do is put on a shade cloth first, and then put on the greenhouse plastic over it. So this is today's project completed. So we're going to continue putting the greenhouse together. What we're going to do first is, before putting on the greenhouse plastic, is I'm going to put on a shade cloth first, and then I'm going to put on the greenhouse plastic, because where the greenhouse is going to be located, it's going to get a fair amount of sun, and so during the hot summer months, it's probably going to be too hot. So that's why I'm putting a shade cloth on. So we have fastened the shade cloth over the greenhouse frame. How did we fasten it? We use zip ties. Okay, actually this has to tuck in here because the outer plastic is coming over, right? So we use zip ties here in order to fasten the shade cloth to the greenhouse frame, right? So that's what you're seeing all the way down. Let's just look. That's what you're seeing there. We couldn't get it equidistant because we were using these support bars, and there isn't another one going on the way down. So what we did, we fastened it here and we left the excess to drape over on this side. So instead of connecting it to this point, I simply used the zip ties. It didn't line up with the holes here, unfortunately, but I just held it down by passing the zip tie through the shade cloth to anchor it to the frame on this side here, right? So now we're going to put on the plastic. So in order to anchor the greenhouse, what we did is, this is the wall here. We have anchored it here onto the wall, and we have anchored it here onto the wall. Okay, because where we are here on top is very windy. We have also anchored it to the ground here as well, like this, using these clamps. It's anchored here. We have to strap it down properly with proper strap. This is only coming loose, so we have to strap it down properly. So like I said, we still have to do some tweaking of it. Unfortunately, guys, when we were putting up, so my husband decided to put a frame here. Let me show you that. So he decided to put a frame along the door opening here. And what we did is that we had stapled the plastic onto the frame. As you can see here, you can see the staples, right? Can you see that? I thought about zipping it up so we can get a true square. My husband had started stapling it. We did not get to zip it up before that. And so unfortunately, this does not close. It cannot zip. And again, I had zipped it up one night. And when I came the next morning, the wind actually, the force of the wind pulled out the zip on this side, and when I tried to fix it to put it back in using the pliers, it broke. So I don't have a zip on this end. It only can be zipped up on this side. So I'm just looking at it. What I did now, this has a plastic cover that comes down here. I had it down all the time, but I decided this morning, let me keep it up, leave the mesh part here so I can get airflow. And now that I've done that, I've noticed that I'm getting, whereas before I was not getting the zip to make contact with the other side. I'm seeing that I might be able to do it now that I took off this plastic piece. So what I will probably try to do is see if I can get a zip to still come on here. I don't know, it's kind of pulling right here. It's still may not pull, it's pulling. If I can fasten and zip it on, oh, when I get it on, I might be able to zip up this side as well, but anyway, we'll see. All right, so let's look inside the greenhouse. So I have some of my plants in here, as you can see. So this row that I have here is a row of peppers. So that's what I have here. Some of them have flowers. This looks like an aphid. We don't want aphids in here. This is a Thai chili pepper. So I only brought up these plants recently, so I have to keep on monitoring them to look for aphids like this and kill it, because I don't want aphids in here. But if you miss an aphid, that aphid multiplies, and then I just lost that piece there. Okay, so I'll probably have to spray my concoction on this for any residual aphids here. This one here is a jalapeno pepper plant, and I am seeing some jalapeno peppers in here, even though they're small. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if it's on this side. See that? So this is jalapeno here. This one here is a Thai chili pepper. You see the chili pepper here? So yeah, this is my, where's it gone? This is my pepper section. I do want to try growing a cucumber plant in here as well. So I'm probably going to designate one of these pots here for a cucumber. I will have to come up with some sort of trellis system for it. But yeah, I want to try growing a cucumber in here as well. Here I have 2 of my tomato plants in here. This one, the tomatoes here, I harvested most of the tomatoes off this plant already. I'm seeing some more. I'm seeing some more coming out here, and these are starting to ripen. So because they're in here, I will have to hand pollinate them. So for example, this one over here, where I see a flower, well, I was also supposed to try up this as well. I will have to come and hand pollinate it. Where is it? Here, I'll have to hand pollinate it like this, because obviously I'm not going to get any pollinators in here, right? So this is what we have here. I have some pepper plants here as well. This is a bird pepper plant here, and as you can see, it is starting to processing the pepper. It's starting to ripen the pepper here. Do I have any other bird peppers in it? No, I think the pepper tree still has to get acclimatized to being on top here. It will get a little more heat than in my porch. But yeah. And I have my hydroponic bucket system here. This is the first time I'm using this system, so it is a somewhat of a learning process. So that's what I have here, and I just brought up this that I had in my porch. I brought it up here yesterday, and I have it growing here now. And then I do have some more plants that I have growing here. So I have some Chinese cabbage. Let's pull this out to get some more sun. Let's push it so that way we can get a little more sun. There you go. All right, we have Chinese cabbage here. And these are some pepper plants here. Again, let me put it where I can get sun. And this here is cauliflower that I have growing here. So that's it. That's the update for my greenhouse. So just to show you, the greenhouse comes on one end with these windows that you can roll up. So this is the plastic here. It has this insect netting. So I have it open, and on both sides you have these windows on the both sides. All right. So my suggestion to you guys is, when you drape over your plastic, if you intend to staple it, or like as we did here, make sure that everything is squared before you start stapling, so that you don't get get it off-centered, so to speak. Right? What we did here is that we fastened this on into the concrete here using these aluminum clamps. We drilled into the concrete here to fasten it down. So guys, some of the adjustments that we did to the greenhouse is we anchored it down with this strap here. See that? And this is fastened into the concrete by means of an eye here. Don't know if you can see the eye. So there you can see the eye. And on this side, this is how you clamp the cord here. You clamp it with using one of these clamps here. Right?